Hey everybody, Aural Retentive here, doing a special video today on Ravi Shankar. In a brief video response I did for Stavros, Spin in Greek, I showed a Ravi Shankar album as one of my favorite instrumental albums. And as I kind of looked through the stuff that I had, I thought, you know what? I haven't really seen too many people show anything about Ravi Shankar. And I thought I would just show the ones I have in my collection, because I've got a few now. So, but I wanted to say something meaningful about Ravi Shankar, not just like, it's cool. So I have come across a couple, I'll just say this at the outset, I've come across a couple Ravi Shankar albums that I didn't dig because they were not the three main instruments that I really like. This is the album that I showed in my last video. This is Three Ragas by Ravi Shankar. This was $2.98 when I bought it, which is the whole reason why I took a chance on it. Like I said in the other video, I'd heard of Ravi Shankar and I'd heard sitar music, but I've always been a bit curious, but I would never just straight up buy an album. But I saw this for $3 and I'm like, oh, I'll try it. And when I listened to this, I was kind of blown away. I really didn't expect to like it as much as I did. So on this particular album, we have these three folks playing sitar, tabla, and tambura. So for those of you not familiar with those instruments, I'll see if I can edit this properly. The tabla are basically, I hate to use the word bongo drums, but essentially, they're drums that you play with your hand or fingers. And so it gives the percussion, the percussive nature of the music. So it's just like, and it comes and goes and ebbs and flows throughout the music, and so that punctuated with the sitar, notes. And then you have the tambura, which is what I call basically the drone instrument, which just kind of sets a tone to behind the notes from the sitar and the tabla. So they all blend together, to make this music that's, it has moments of sort of jazz-like improvisation. It has some strictly patterned sections, and I really, really dig it. So, but I did start off with this one, three ragas, and ragas is what I always look for, because there are some Ravi Shankar albums in which he does, some traditional Indian music that's not ragas. So, there's, vocals, sometimes it's like some orchestration and stuff. I've seen albums like, East Meets West, or, East Meets Japan, or whatever, where he's playing, like one album he plays sitar along with a guy who's playing violin. He went to Japan to do, an album where they're playing, the koto or whatever, some traditional Japanese instrument, and that music didn't do it for me. So I stick with ragas, basically. So I've shown this a bunch, so show the rest. So this one I was showing the pictures of the tablas. This is Portrait of a Genius, which I think I've shown this one before. This is good. This has some songs that are not ragas, but they are basically mostly sitar, tabla, and tambura. There are some other instruments, but that's pretty good. I picked this one up. This is Raga. This is a soundtrack album to the movie, and I didn't know this existed. I'm going to have to try to find this. Awesome picture on the back. I'm playing with the sun, just on the outside there. This has a great booklet that goes along with it. Let me get this in here. That just shows pictures of, from the movie. I assume stills from the movie. There's a lot of info. Some pictures of him, as younger guy playing sitar. This is on Apple Records, which is kind of cool. So yeah, this was really good as well. Everything I'm going to show is really good. The couple that I got that, were not prize items, ended up going back. But so here is, I actually don't know what the name of this one is. Raga Parameshwari. Yeah, Indian is not really my language. Some of these things I can't pronounce very well, but this is a good album. This whole thing is a raga. Is really basically one raga, and it's split up into sections. So this whole album, this one, it's really good. The guy is just a master, and I can say that. For me, when I listen to this music, there's enough of the same sound that, even though these albums are all from, different songs in different periods, and I don't mean this in a detracting way, but a lot of it sounds similar to me. I mean, it's kind of like when, there's a band that you like and they put out 3 albums that are one style, and all of a sudden they switch styles and they go to whatever, and they go folky or they go heavy metal or whatever. This is kind of pure. It's like he's playing the same type of music on almost all the albums, unless it's one of those East meets West kind of things. So every time I listen to one of these albums, I mean, like it seems fresh and new. It's not little choppy pieces where you memorize them and you're like, okay, and then you kind of tuned it out. Everything seems, just fresh every time you listen to it. And I really like that. It's kind of, in a sense, jazzy for me, in that I don't memorize a lot of the, jazz songs. I don't pick up necessarily on the pattern. It's just kind of evolving as I listen to it. So I like that. This one doesn't have a name. Oh, this one's called India's Master Musician, Ravi Shankar. This one has one side of ragas and one side of other things, but they are pretty solidly the same type of music. So this is a great album. I mean, these things are just unwieldy. I mean, look how big those things are. Those sitars, they're huge. This one's just called Ravi, I believe. Yeah. Ravi. This one is 2 different ragas, each 20 minutes, with accompaniment on the tabla. So that's good stuff. This is from this year. This was released on Record Store Day. This is a private performance that he did in his home, I believe, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So this is the only one I have that's like mint. Most of those other ones that I've purchased have been, I would say, good to very good. I mean, they're crackly, and some of them are not on the best pressings, American pressings. So they've got a little bit of wear to them. And this one, I think I showed this one a long time ago. This is Ravi Shankar with Ali Akbar Khan. Sorry, Ali Akbar Khan. So he's playing with another. Ali Akbar Khan plays Sarat on these. But Ali Akbar Khan plays, I have, this is not really Ravi Shankar, but I have another, this is a box set of Ali Akbar Khan that I picked up, Raga of India, so he plays ragas on here. I wonder, I don't think this is all just him. I wonder if he, I'm going to check this out. I wonder if he has any accompaniment, but no, I guess not. So, and he plays tambura on that album, but on this he plays tambura on here, and here he plays sitar and is accompanied by tambura. So, yeah, so that's the Ravi Shankar collection. I know some of you have commented that, you know, you tried it and it's okay, not for you. I totally understand that. It's, you know, kind of I don't want to say acquired taste, but either you like it or you don't. I mean, you can't really attune yourself to it. It's kind of, it is what it is, and if you dig it, you dig it, and if you don't, that's cool too. But I thought I would show the ones that I have. Pretty much in a position where if I see a Ravi Shankar album that I don't have, I pick it up, unless I know it's one that's, you know, got different instruments on it. I have been pleased with every album that I've gotten. If you haven't listened to any ragas, you should definitely check it out. There's plenty of live performances. If you want to get into some sitar music, you know, start with Ravi Shankar. So that's it for Ravi. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace.